proudly brought to you by
Brand Source Home Gallery, inspiring luxury. Doctor's Hospital, peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctor's Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066. Kirk Market, experience a world of choice. JN Money, from abroad to Yad. And Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
We ask our listeners and viewers to avoid any statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use indecent language or make any statement that is false or misleading. Call 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, 949-8037, or WhatsApp us on 925-3261.
Live from Radio Cayman Studio.
This is For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Hear from your government officials, independents, and the opposition on issues that matter to you.
For the Record.
Engage in an open dialogue between residents and lawmakers.
With Orrett Connor.
Informative, impartial, insightful. This is For the Record. And now, your host, Orrett Connor.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, O land of soft, fresh breezes and verdant trees, so fair. Today is Monday, the 3rd day of August, 2026, right here in the beautiful Cayman Islands. We do hope and we trust that everyone had a restful, peaceful, enjoyable weekend. Those of you who are on our roads, whether you're a pedestrian, a cyclist, or if you're operating any type of motorized vehicle, we urge you to please, please, please be extremely cautious. Ensure that you observe the rules of the road, all of the rules of the road, because the life you save may just be your own. For those of you who are celebrating a birthday today, or if you celebrated one over the past few days, we want to wish you a happy birthday or a happy belated birthday, whichever is applicable, and to remind you that the For the Record birthday shout-outs brought to you by Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola available across the Cayman Islands. You should accept no substitutes from generation to generation. Coca-Cola still a Cayman classic. Also, by our national airline, Cayman Airways. Cayman Airways is celebrating its 58th anniversary with airfares on sale for travel this fall to some of your favorite destinations. They are Miami, Tampa, Los Angeles, Kingston, La Ceiba, and Panama. Flights to and from the sister islands are also on sale, folks. This sale, of course, is for a limited time only. You need to book by the 8th of August. That's another 5 days. You need to book by the 8th of August, 2026. You can call Cayman Airways reservations at 949-2311, 949-2311, or you can book with their mobile app, contact a travel agent, or book online at CaymanAirways.com. So, again, For the Record, shout-outs brought to you by Coca-Cola and Cayman Airways. Those of you who've lost loved ones, again, we want to extend our sincere condolences to you. We hope and we trust that your faith will help to carry you through these extremely challenging times, and that the memories of your loved ones will be a blessing. Those of you who are ill and are either at home or at a medical facility here in the Cayman Islands or overseas, we want to wish you a speedy recovery as well. And I want to go back to those lost loved ones. You would have heard this morning on the death announcement, the passing of, we know him as Leslie Stewart. And while we had the historic opening of the Scranton Park, and we'll talk about that later as well. Mr. Leslie Stewart was a resident, of that area as well. That's where he lived, as far as I know, for his entire life. And it is a tremendous loss to the Scranton area. I want to extend condolences to all of his family, Miss Pearl, Charles, Denley, and the other extended members of the extended family as well. A real fixture in the Scranton area as well. So just want to extend sincere condolences to the family. So folks, I want to thank you for allowing Radio Cayman and by extension For the Record into your homes, into your vehicles as you traverse the busy roads of the Cayman Islands, into your places of work, wherever that may be. As you know, For the Record is a show produced by the staff and management of Radio Cayman, and it is geared towards keeping you abreast of issues as they arise and play out on the local, regional, and international scene. I have the distinct honor and pleasure of being your host. It certainly is a pleasure because Radio Cayman has such a extensive reach, not only here in the Cayman Islands, but overseas as well. And we're extremely thankful that we can bring, so many different areas of entertainment, and sometimes, not necessarily entertainment, the news and everything else to you. And we're extremely grateful for all of you who tune in to nothing else but Radio Cayman. And you know who you are. You know yourselves as well. And we want to thank you. Thank you for the support that you do give to your radio station, Radio Cayman. I'm going to just remember, if you want to call in, we have a toll-free number provided courtesy of Flo. That toll-free number, 1-800-534-8255. You can also call us on 949-8037, 949-6990. WhatsApp number 925-3261. We do have a caller, but we want to go to the birthday shout-outs before we go to the calls. So let's look at yesterday. Miss Harriet Vassell celebrated her birthday yesterday, so we want to wish her happy belated birthday. Also, Tiffany Gale Griffith celebrated a birthday yesterday, and now we want to look at today's birthdays, the 3rd, August 3rd. Izzy Obi celebrating a birthday today also. And then let's see what we have here from Miss Aldine as well. Let's find the ones from Miss Aldine. Here we go. Today, Miss Jewel celebrating her birthday today. Miss Jewel Evans Lindsay celebrating her birthday today. Yolanda Ebanks also celebrating a birthday today. Tomorrow, Josephina McLean celebrating a birthday tomorrow as well. Again, folks, those birthday greetings brought to you by Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola available across the Cayman Islands. You should accept no substitutes from generation to generation. Coca-Cola is still a Cayman classic. And Cayman Airways. Cayman Airways is celebrating its 58th anniversary with airfares on sale for travel this fall to some of your favorite destinations: Miami, Tampa, Los Angeles, Kingston, La Ceiba, and Panama. Flights to and from the sister islands are also on sale. The sale is for a limited time only. You can book. You must book by the 8th of August, 2026. You can do so by calling Cayman Airways reservation at 949-2311, or you can book with their mobile app or contact a travel agent, or you can even book online at CaymanAirways.com. We do have a caller. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Morning, OC.
Morning. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. First, I would like to congratulate the deputy leader of the opposition for his achievement, completing one of his something that had been on his bucket list for a long time, one of his dreams, goals, wishes, and also kudos to Mr. Dale Ramon and his group, who was also a dream of theirs from way back in the day.
Exactly. Yes.
They basically started the little one, and it now turned into what it is today. So that was something that was initiated, I think, by them in the first place. So yeah, I want to say congratulations to all that was involved, and it's a very beautiful place.
Huge turnout.
Yeah.
Huge turnout.
Yeah, a very huge turnout.
Yeah, and Georgetown has never had an opening like that. Of course, the Princess Royal Park, when that was open, that of course was British royalty, but we had Caymanian royalty on Saturday out there, with the largest opening and the largest park, as far as Georgetown is concerned as well. And we all should be immensely proud of that.
Yeah. I must say though, and it's not to discredit anyone, but I was a little surprised in the refreshments. We're Caymanians, we like to have that good old cooked food, and I called the deputy leader at about around 10 o'clock because for some reason I thought it was 11 o'clock opening, and I told him that I didn't do the breakfast thing and I'm not going to do the lunch thing. I could save a couple of dollars today by coming and eat up some of that good food that he was bragging about on the radio. But he said it was 3 o'clock, so I said, well, let me see if I can hold out. And I hold out, and I got out there, and my thing was I kept asking where the food set up. Even I wasn't listening to much of the speeches. I was just trying to concentrate on where the food was located. And when I get to a point where I really got hungry, and I get up and I went and looked and searched for the food, but only to find out that it wasn't the kind of food that I thought it would be served. So I had to end up leaving and go over by Luigi's place and got some good turtle meat and stuff, I thought that's what, because I already had my mind on that kind of thing,
But it's not easy to cater like that. The kind of food that we eat to cater to that many people, because there were as many people on the outskirts watching as there were people seated.
Yeah, but I heard from Mr. Bryan and Pete Bryan that there will be two different individuals in that area that were going to be providing the food, and I know on Pirates Week, they are the people who on the Georgetown side are selling in town, so they used to preparing for a large group. So that's what I thought. But we'll see. Switching gears now, we'll see. You still got me optimistic about the immigration reform. I'm not optimistic no more about concerning what the government have brought so far, because you keep telling me more to come. It's coming soon, and I'm still waiting. But now I'm hearing we'll see the temporaries are not what we thought they were going to be. They're still something that is willy-nilly. You can just get them as you feel, and they're not going to be for no specific cause. That's what I'm hearing, and I heard that from a good source. And we'll see now. I noticed that the rollover policy that we were clapping about not going to happen. What is the difference we'll see between a 5-year rollover and a 9-year rollover?
4 years.
Yeah, but you know why they're all opposing that, OC, because the 5-year gives you no rights to apply. You have no chance of applying for anything that would remain you on the island or give you a chance to beat the system, right? But the 9-year do. Not that they really upset about come and work for 5 years and leave. That 9-year gives them the option again to be out for 15 years, OC, when you think about it.
Okay.
Appeal, tribunal, judicial review, and all that kind of thing, right? People take it to that length. But OC, if you want to leave that the 9 or the 8 years, let's implement this. If you apply our decision not to grant you what you apply for, you have to vacate the island pending your appeal, like how Turks and Caicos did. Then you will see how much people that will appeal, because a lot of people that are appealing, that jamming up the system, OC, know quite well that they don't qualify, but they just do it because the agent that are making money from them are telling them, just go ahead, apply. By the time you'll make back the money that you pay me, plus you'll make up back a lot more. I have people tell me that they, I tell them, I say, how much points you got? I got 65 points, 62 points.
Yeah. Well, we have to remove all of those loopholes, those legal.
All those loopholes got to remove, OC.
Yeah.
If not, we're just kicking the can further down the road. So we have to do that. And now, OC, another thing that I'm upset about is that normally you used to get people that would write in the newspaper and don't sign their name, anonymous and all that kind of thing. Now, these people are criticizing what the government trying to do and putting their name. They don't care now. They're all upset. They're upset about the license. They're upset about the rollover proposal that was supposed to be. They're upset about the government time limit. All those things they're upset about. You see? So are we just playing dead and just roll over and play dead? That's what it seems like with the government right now, because I don't even hear them come on your show no more. What happened? You can't get them to come, but one time I couldn't get my calls in. Now,
some of them do. Some of them do
people
come.
Now waking up early in the morning just to hear me.
Yeah, some of them do come on. Some of them. But Lord Graham, I'm gone about 3 minutes past our commercial break. I'm going to ask you to leave us there. And folks, we're going to go to a commercial break. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
Yeah, let me tell you, no AC when I was a boy. I still remember just how good an ice-cold Coca-Cola was.
The part is, the coolest moms and dads always had Coca-Cola or parties.
The sound when you pop the top, and the fizzle, and that, after that first sip.
Coca-Cola, from generation to generation, that ice-cold bubbly. Coca-Cola, still a Cayman classic.
Hi, Bobo TV cousin, everybody. I hear Cayman Airways celebrating their 58th anniversary by giving us the gifts. They got airfares on sale now for flights to every place they fly to next month through December. Look here, I go and book my flights now to go Galawantan next month with Cayman Airways. I'll see you on a directly.
Catch your seat on sale by August 8th. Other conditions apply. Call 949-2311 or visit CaymanAirways.com. Your award-winning, uniquely Caymanian airline.
My mom's a superhero. She always knows what to do when I feel icky. Yesterday, we went to West Bay Pharmacy, and they had everything she needed. Medicine, my favorite Band-Aids with dinosaurs, and even flavored vitamins. Mom says they keep our family healthy. I think they're magic. Don't tell anyone. I think superhero shop at West Bay Pharmacy. West Bay Pharmacy, where the superheroes shop. West Bay Pharmacy and Centennial Towers. Convenient quality care is just around the corner.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Did you know that you can send money transfers to financial institutions anywhere in Jamaica with JN Money?
You mean I can send money straight to my account and cut out the middleman?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. You send your own money to your own account, giving you peace of mind that the money is in your account.
JN Money Transfers to Financial Institution is another convenient service offered by JN Money. You can have this done from any JN Money location. Deposit your money straight to your account without the hassle of asking someone to do it for you. JN Money Transfers to Financial Institutions, making life easier.
This is For the Record.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We have about 8 minutes before we go to our headline news at 8 o'clock. Still enough time if you want to redial, or if someone else wants to call in and talk about their experience and how they felt on Saturday if they attended the opening of the Scranton Park as well. Again, huge turnout. And I want to say kudos to the people who turned out. And I'm sure that they turned out simply because they wanted to be a part of history. They had something that they wanted to celebrate as well. I know that there's been talk about the vegetation. No, that's not a good word, for it. The trees that are planted in the park as well. And I would make a suggestion, and some of you will remember this. Part of, we used to, and Miss Lucille mentioned it in her remarks, the area was called Parker's Diggin. There was a pejorative term that was used to describe the area as well, Monketown. Then we call it the East and different things. The tamarind tree that was there, that was a fixture. Now, there was one magistrate, I believe it was Hercules, again, correct me if I'm wrong, who ordered that the tamarind tree be cut down. Not sure from a legal standpoint, because those days people didn't always question the legality, of things. So I'm not sure if it was a legal move on the part of the judge, but he ordered that the tamarind tree be cut down. Now, the tamarind tree, over the years, I remember in my youth, my father and others used to hang out under the tamarind tree, play knock rummy, play poker and different things, as well. I remember going under, being sent by my mother to the tamarind tree to get my father, at different points in time. So that was a fixture for that area, and it was cut down. How about planting, if you haven't done so, plant a tamarind tree in the park as well to bring that back, because those of you who know, the tamarind tree was a fixture, where, just like the waterfront, the breakwater, was a place for people to congregate. The tamarind tree was the same. Now, later on, it started to get some negativity drawn towards it in the later years, when drugs started to be introduced, and even harder drugs and stuff like that. And that was probably one of the reasons why it was ordered to be cut down. But how about planting a tamarind tree if one is not already there in the park as well? And I mean, some of the people that I was able to talk to on Saturday was something else, and I'm not going to call any names, But a good friend of Radio Cayman's, a good friend of Miss Susan's as well, confided in me and said, well, not only me, she told other people as well. I was there from 1:30. Now, the opening is at 3 o'clock. She said, I was there from 1:30. And when I asked my brother to take me there, and when he took me, he said, what are you trying to do? You trying to open the park or what? Because she was there, she was there from 1:30. So that person would know exactly who they are. I believe someone was trying to call a WhatsApp number again. I got to get this phone sorted out, Miss Susan. But do we have any callers before? Let's grab the caller. We have about 4 minutes. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Ossie. How you doing?
Hey, morning, Elvis. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good. It was old Dr. Judge Hawkins.
I thought that's who it was.
Yeah, and what he done was illegal. But he can do anything he want because Caymanian never done nothing about it. Because you know what? Listen to me good now. It was in the black, poor part of the Cayman Islands. Mainly up the way called Southern Bush, Marketown, up the east, central. And that's where they used to butcher cows in the Christmas and thing. And when they had the marches, after they got through marching for the Christmas, that's where you used to go and, and do the butchers. And listen to me, he was a Jamaican, and he knocked it down because the weed that was coming from Jamaica was being sold there and consumed there.
Was he Jamaican or Trinidadian?
I think he was there. Anyhow, let's put it this way. It was for ganja. Why the tree was knocked down?
Yeah.
Good. And the same Hercules, he said that in the border and crippling now, this is what I know, he was Jamaican. He said that in the border come out in West Point, him and the same Hercules, because when they die, you call them bald heads. So if you get catch with ganja from the Tamron Tree area and West Point, you will be sent to prison. But that's not discrimination. Because you know what? It's Caymanians. But if we raise the price on foreigners for driving, it's discrimination. That was something I would say, really and truly, it's time for the old people to wake up before the young people shake up, you know.
I like that.
You know? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We got this silicone mountain that we go on by, corporate clones, you know, they're only looking at one side of this picture, and there's a dark side on the other side. You hear? What should be planted down Scranton there was a big ganja tree, one big old pot there, everybody come take picture of it. But anyhow, it will come. But I said, no, if you want to cut down any tree now, you got to go through the whole ritual, right? But all I can tell them now, people, if when a wall land clear, just make them boys go smoke the under there and I come do the trees down. So that's what they used to do. Anyway, the poor Georgetowners and the West Bay and thing, well, they couldn't go in East End. Oh, no. That was outlawed. East End now, sideboard down there, they couldn't do that. But as poor Georgetowners in West Bay, we were more humble, you know. But, yeah, it's a beautiful park. I didn't see it, but it's nice. It's nice. And
it is.
Well, it's like this. It's in Cayman. And like I say about the high school, Cayman Black, I am running that down. I said, tell me something. You remember when I went through Grand Cayman Black with the shelter, you know? Right?
Yep. So true.
I hope, well, not my time, I don't want to see it, and I hope in nobody's time that it will ever have to be used for that purpose again.
Okay.
But remember now, we can do what we want to do, but we can't change our location in the Caribbean, eh?
That's true. Mr. Elvis, we've got to go to our 8 o'clock news. Thank you very much for the call. Phone lines will be open a little bit later on if we're supposed to have some guests coming in at 8:15. If not, then we have guests at 9 o'clock. So between 8:15 and 9, the phone lines will be open if we have no guests. Folks, top of the hour, 8 o'clock news. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back immediately after the 8 o'clock news.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Island.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. Term limits will finally hit foreign civil servants starting next month.
Cabinet has now approved the regulations that will introduce term limits within the civil service, along with the commencement order for the amendments to the Public Service Management Act, which will come into effect on the 18th of September, 2026. This is a significant milestone and one that reflects our commitment to delivering on several important objectives.
Deputy Governor the Honorable Gloria McField-Nixon says this supports government's policy priority of ensuring that term limits apply consistently across both the public and private sectors, while honoring its commitment to being a, quote, caring and fair employer.
The legislation will not operate retroactively. Instead, for existing non-Caymanian civil servants, the 9-year term limit period will commence from September 2026 rather than from their original date of hire.
DG says this approach ensures the service and contributions of current employees while ensuring a, quote, fair transition to the new framework. She says new provisions also strengthen opportunities for the development of Caymanian talent through enhanced training measures and provide the ability to designate certain positions as Caymanian-only roles where appropriate.
The changes better safeguard the continuity of essential public services. Areas such as education, policing, prison services, safeguarding, and other care services currently rely heavily on a diverse and highly skilled workforce.
Ms. McField-Nixon says the framework approved by Cabinet helps balance workforce development objectives with the need to maintain the delivery of critical services to the people of the Cayman Islands. The introduction of term limits in the civil service is one of today's topics during the Civil Service Town Hall scheduled for later this morning. A proud moment for the newest members of the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service.
Welcome to the graduation ceremony for Recruit Training Course 1. Can you give them a round of applause again, please?
On July 23rd, the RCIPS celebrated the graduation of its latest group of recruits at the Harkwell Theater, marking the successful completion of 23 weeks of intensive training. Senior officers and representatives from other law enforcement partner agencies, as well as family and friends, attended as the recruits took part in a formal parade and inspection before receiving their certificates and special awards during the graduation ceremony. Commissioner Kurt Walton.
Congratulations once again on this outstanding achievement, and I look forward to seeing how each one of you progress in your chosen career.
The 17 new officers completed a, quote, demanding program focused on integrity, professionalism, resilience, and teamwork while developing skills in ethical decision-making, emotional awareness, and water survival. They also took part in the first ever recruit debate competition, building the confidence, communication skills, and critical thinking needed for, quote, modern policing. In regional news, the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association says Jamaica's tourism industry is still recovering from the worst series of shocks in its history, leaving the sector, quote, ill-prepared to absorb a proposed increase in the general consumption tax. O'Brien Heron, the president of the association, said many hotels remain under pressure from rising operating costs and growing competition from regional destinations as the industry, quote, continues to recover. Heron's comments came after the tourism industry representatives met with Jamaica's finance minister and officials from the Ministry of Tourism to discuss government's proposals to increase the GCT applicable to the sector from 10% to 15%. Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which takes us out of the newscast. I'm Carsley Fuller.
BBC News with David Harper. At least 18 people, including 4 soldiers, are reported to have been killed in attacks by gunmen in northwestern Nigeria. In Zamfara state, residents say attackers overran a military outpost before abducting more than 100 villagers. Women were later released. The English Football Association is set to become the latest governing body to withdraw support for Gianni Infantino's bid for re-election as head of FIFA. Mr. Infantino is under sustained pressure because of his abandoned plan to sell a stake in the World Cup and other tournaments to private investors. The rate of men taking paternity leave in Japan has risen above 50% for the first time, as traditional attitudes to the workplace continue to shift. The government has for years been encouraging fathers to take time off for childcare, offering a raft of support measures. BBC News.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman with the latest up-to-date, accurate news and information. For your convenience, the headline news will be repeated on our sister station, Breeze 105.3 FM, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or download the Radio Cayman app in the App Store or log on to www.radiocayman.gov.ky and stay connected to what's happening in the community. Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio. Water Authority Cayman wishes to advise the motoring public of upcoming wastewater infrastructure works along West Bay Road in the vicinity of Governor's Beach. This work is scheduled to begin on Monday, 20th July and will take place daily between the hours of 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Additional work may take place outside these hours as needed. The works will take place along West Bay Road between the Lime Tree Bay Avenue, West Bay Road intersection and just south of the Pinnacle condominiums. The project is expected to take place over 2 weeks. To facilitate the works, a portion of the southbound lane of West Bay Road will be diverted to the center turning lane. Traffic control measures will be in place to direct traffic flow. Motorists are strongly encouraged to follow all traffic signs and to drive with caution while in the area. Additionally, the works will require the closure of a portion of the sidewalk in the work zone. Signage will be in place to divert foot traffic. We encourage pedestrians to be mindful and proceed with caution when walking in the area. If at any point the scope of the works changes, the Water Authority will post updates to its website www.waterauthority.ky. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause and thank you for your patience as we work to maintain and improve the reliability of your wastewater system.
We now invite you to listen to Consider This, brought to you by the John Gray Memorial United Church in West Bay.
Good morning, everyone. As we start a new week, let us make a promise to ourselves to be different. As we share Philippians 2 verse 3, don't be selfish. Don't live to make a good impression on others. Be humble, thinking of others as better than yourselves. Consider this. Put people first. Look for ways to bless others. It can be as simple as letting someone go in front of you at the grocery store, or a smile, just because it's the nice thing and the right thing to do. We're all in this together, seeing the same sad news and gut-wrenching headlines. That's why glimpses of God in the smallest action can be the biggest way to share His love. Let us pray. O Lord God, our Heavenly Father, please open our eyes and our hearts to ways we can show your love today. In your name we pray. Amen.
You've been listening to Consider This, an inspirational moment of quiet reflection. Consider This is heard every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning at this time, and it comes to you courtesy of the John Gray Memorial United Church in West Bay.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by
CG Britcade, where people come first.
Good morning. Let's take a look at the latest weather report. Synopsis indicate residual moisture with daytime heating will support the isolated daytime shower, interrupting mostly fair skies. Moisture drifting off of Cuba tonight will lead to an increase in cloudiness tonight with showers and isolated thunderstorms. Moderate winds and seas are also expected today, and radar imagery showing showers to the west of Grand Cayman, moving further away. Now, the forecast for today calling for partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of showers, and temperatures will rise near the low to mid-90s with a heat index of 109 degrees Fahrenheit. Your winds will be east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots. Seas will be moderate with wave heights of 3 to 5 feet. Tonight, partly cloudy with cloudy spells and a 40% chance of showers and some thunder, and temperatures dipping to the low 80s tonight. Your winds will be east to northeast at 5 to 10 knots with higher gusts in and around showers. Seas will be moderate with wave heights of 3 to 5 feet. High tide will be this afternoon at 12:47. Low tide this evening at 6:22. The sun will set this evening at 6:59 and will rise tomorrow morning at 4 minutes past 6. And the outlook is calling for mostly fair daytime conditions with moderate winds and seas. Tonight, cloudiness with showers and isolated thunderstorms could develop as moisture moves in from near Cuba. An increase in the concentration of Saharan dust haze is forecast for Wednesday. And that's the very latest on your weather report.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by
CG Britcay, where people come first.
We were set to battle, and your Aunt Angie was leading the pack when...
Aunt Angie, what does this have to do with car damage?
Oh, right. Well, long story long. I took down the assassins and wound up inventing a new form of mixed martial arts. I became an international champion until one sore loser karate kicked my car. But I was covered with CG.
Covered for malicious damage and more. CG Britcay. Good like that. All benefits are subject to policy provisions, including eligibility at the time of service.
Radio station. Radio Cayman is the voice of the Cayman Islands.
Since 1993, Rotary Central has worked diligently each year to provide quality bus shelters to our community. A traveling convenience to our school children, the elderly, young people going to work, guest workers, and visitors using the public bus. We, Rotary Central, help you, our advertisers, make it happen. Your marketing dollar travels a far way. Positioning your message, your product, your services, your presence in over 83 bus shelters. Every dollar you spend, every advert you place helps to build another bus shelter, providing modest comfort for Cayman travelers. Reserve space now on the only billboard medium in the Cayman Islands. Email rotaryshelters@gmail.com. rotaryshelters@gmail.com. The Bus Shelters, a partner in community convenience. Another inspiration program by Rotary Central Cayman Islands.
Butterfly Garden, that is the theme for this year Miss Dean Cayman Islands pageant.
Get ready for an unforgettable night. The 42nd annual Miss Teen Cayman Islands pageant takes place at the Lions Community Center on Saturday, August 8th. We open the gates at 5:30 p.m. and the show begins promptly at 7 p.m.
You can grab your tickets now at Ticket Plus, Funky Tanks, and Winner's Circle.
Seating options include premium seating, $75 pre-sold or $100 at the gate, and general admission at $40 pre-sold or $50 at the gate.
Tickets for children ages 6 to 12 are also available for $15 pre-sold or $20 at the gate. We would like to extend a huge thank you to our sponsors, the Ministry of Education and Training, Ministry of Tourism and Trade, Winner's Circle, Grand Ole House, and King Sports Center.
Thank you also to Cayman Airways, Custom Graphics, our corporate sponsors. A huge thank you also to Smoothie King, one of our contestant sponsors. We also appreciate the support of the Caymanian Times, Island Embroidery, Radio Cayman, Donna, and the former Miss Earth, Leticia Bush.
We look forward to seeing you at the Lions Center on Saturday, August 8th.
And don't miss the highlight of the evening, the amazing opening dance performed by our own contestants.
Join us for the Miss Teen 2026 pageant. We are young, transformed women in a changing world.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
Good morning. Let's take a look at what's happening on the roads. Shamrock Road flowing at a moderate pace further up, further down, little steadier traffic. Crew Road is moving at a moderate pace in both directions and steady but flowing traffic on the Linford-Pearson Highway and coming off of Linford-Pearson Highway and Agnes Way. Traffic moving at a moderate pace as well as off of Bobby Thompson Way. Owen Roberts Drive, light to moderate traffic flow as well as coming from the West Bay 4-way stop. A little steady traffic heading towards the Georgetown area on the West Bay Road in front of the Ritz. And heading towards the West Bay area, traffic moving at a moderate pace. Godfrey Nixon Way and Eastern Avenue flowing pretty good in both directions. If you've seen accidents or incidents, let us know by calling us at 949-6990. Traffic coming off of the Esterly Tibbetts Highway is moving at a moderate pace and continuing on to Industrial Park area and steady but flowing traffic on Northtown Road. That's what's happening on your roads. Join us again at about 10 minutes past 12. We'll give you another look at traffic. Have a good morning and click it or ticket.
Start your year off right with Subway's Fresh Fit menu. 4 protein-packed subs with 20 grams or more protein, under 500 calories, and loaded with full servings of crisp veggies on hearty multi-grain bread. Try the grilled chicken and avocado, the ham and turkey stacker, the seasoned steak and avocado, or the turkey and ranch delight. Big flavor, plenty of protein, and fresh veggies in every bite. Fuel your day the Fresh Fit way. Only at Subway. Subway. Eat fresh.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
Looking for a station that plays the music you actually love? Switch now to Breeze 105.3 FM. The best adult contemporary hits of the 70s, 80s, and more. All day, every day. Feel good. Sing along and let the breeze keep you company.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. No guests in the studio at this time. We have other guests that are scheduled at 9 o'clock. So the phone lines will be open. We want to hear from you. If you want to talk about how you felt and your observations at the opening of the Scranton Park, that would be great if you want to call in and talk about that. For those of you who may be interested more in terms of judicial history, again, want to congratulate the Compass and their archives. They have several stories here in relation to Justice Wilton Hercules. He also had a brother who was a magistrate as well. It appears as if Justice Hercules was had already been packed, had his suitcases packed to leave the Bahamas, where he was a judge over there, and he saw an advert about position available vacant in the Cayman Islands, and applied. And instead of going home, he came to the Cayman Islands. That would have been in the 70s. One article in the Compass: Hercules is acting chief judge. CJ to Turks: Hercules is acting. Magistrate Hercules explains judges' role in inquests. Susan, this phone is still acting up, Bill. Do we have a caller coming in on WhatsApp?
I just want to say
Good morning, caller. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I'm proud of the Caymanian people and the Caymanian government, and for Mr. Kenneth Bryan. Oh my God, what a beautiful thing they've done.
Yes.
I'm not big bringing up myself and things like that, but I've been saying, oh my God, I feel to cry, because I've been saying that many time I pass by older Caymanian people's house and it's locked down, nobody's coming out or anything. They need to do something for the Caymanian older people, that they can go out there and sit down and talk to each other and have those little kiosks where they could put food and things and sell, real Caymanian food, not foolishness. And make them have where to go out and, to not be in four walls. So congratulations to everybody in the Cayman Islands for this nice, beautiful park. And thank you for listening to me.
Thank you for calling in and expressing your views, caller. Thank you very much. Just want to add to that one observation also. The bathroom, the no changing. There should be, and this is something that those who are listening may want to look into. There are no changing tables in the bathrooms for infants. So if you have an infant that you're with in the park and you have to go to the bathroom and you have to change them, there are no changing tables there. I'm sure that is an adjustment. That is an addition that should be easily accomplished. So anyone listening, if not, I will pass it on to the Deputy Leader of the Opposition on his next appearance here and for the record. Changing tables for infants in the bathrooms. And it should be in both bathrooms, mainly because sometimes it may be a father who's taking the child there. So, they would want to go into to use the male bathroom for that. One of our listeners has written this. He said, "Good morning, OC. Kudos to the significant achievement, that of Georgetown Central Park, Member of Parliament Kenneth Bryan, Minister Jay, and our government. Kudos must also be given to Claude Miles, who championed the Scranton Park concept back in the late 1990s with help from Rotary Sunrise. We stand on his shoulders." So here's an additional information. Mr. Claude Miles championed Scranton Park concept back in the late 1990s with the help from Rotary Sunrise. And it was good to see Mr. Edlin Miles there as well. So many Caymanian faces there on Saturday. I didn't really get to circulate as much as I would have loved to, but since we got there early, probably around about 2:15, and we were able to walk around the park and then to sit and see people as they came in as well. But huge turnout to the opening of that park. So don't forget now, we need a tamarind tree. Some of my listeners may want to take note and to remind me later on, take notes. We need a tamarind tree to be planted in the park. We also need, and if you need to find tamarinds, tamarind trees are all over the place, but right at the entrance to the launching ramp in Frank Sound. You probably don't have to go that far to find one, but if you do, right on there, the minister and his ministry, they have preserved the tamarind tree that is right there. So you can get tamarind seeds from there or get a young tamarind tree and plant there as well. And we also need to have changing tables for infants in the bathrooms as well. We do have a caller. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Yes, good morning. Good morning, Mr. O.C. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm blessed. I didn't get a chance to go by there on Saturday, but I definitely made way to get by there on Sunday just to look at it. It's so magnificent. Getting in there is a little challenge, and there seemed to be a little challenge with parking, but the job is done as far as getting a place to start, and all we can do now is expand on it and improve it, and it's hard to really improve it inside the park. It's so beautiful, It sort of makes me, as a West Bear, frustrated, because we in West Bay don't even have a civic center, and we have a feisty elderly group of people down there that we would really like a place to gather and just socialize, and we don't have it in West Bay. And I'm reaching out to Premier and all of our representatives there in West Bay. Don't forget us.
Mm-hmm. Caller, I was going to say, you have somewhere to start. They have the Heritage Park in West Bay as well. And my understanding was that across the street from the Heritage Park, or maybe on the same side, the some of that property was available for to be could have been acquired by the government if it isn't already in government's hands, and you have a great foundation for a park to be established there if they wanted to do it there. Or what about Barker's? What about the Barker's area? Yeah.
One of the things, if we go to Barker's, I would like to see some more of the silver thatch palms planted, maybe some of those that were saved out of the Heroes Day. I know they just didn't destroy 500 silver thatch.
Mm-hmm.
Something with them. And maybe they could plant them in West Bay and Barker's and sort of create a thatch walk, and that would be a great enhancement to our tourism product if we would get more cultural support in our projects that we really need. And there's people out here that would support if we could get started and get some encouragement from our government that we will have some backing, and we're not wasting our time, and it goes nowhere. So, we're reaching out to the government to be that, help us in West Bay. Give us something that we can socialize and gather with, and maybe bridge the gap between the elders and the youth, and pass on our culture in that way. Like you said, we have a great facility, but it's not being used, and that is an issue, and we should, at least try to utilize that great site there in West Bay next to Ed Bush Field.
Mm-hmm.
We just need some help, folks, down here in West Bay, and I'm so proud that we're getting some progress in town. This is our capital, and a green space like that could possibly be expanded, and you'll see that the neighborhood would become more cohesive and more caring because they have something there now that is special. And, when you start something, it's contagious, good or bad. So, we got something good, so let's keep it going. And thanks again for the opportunity to voice my opinion on the airwaves here in Radio Cayman. Congratulations, Radio Cayman, on your 50th anniversary, too.
Thank you very much, caller, for that. And those, persons who spoke, as well, and Minister J.E. Banks did speak to the fact that, he was getting inquiries and comments in relation to other districts as well. For example, my thoughts, the district of Bordentown, our original capital as well. We have a historic area in Bordentown. We should look to see how that can be expanded. And the Honorable Mayor Lawrence, she's the main driver behind that project, and how that can be extended and turned into some type of a park as well for Bordentown. Government says that they're prepared to buy land, so if the land is available, you purchase it for that. If it's not available, then, if you feel that you need to acquire it compulsorily, then go ahead and do so. Compulsory acquisition, then go ahead and do so as well. And then other districts need to think about, what they want. You have the Dixon Park in East End. Is there the ability to expand that? We know that additional work is being done there as well, and it doesn't necessarily have to be 3 acres, like what we have in Georgetown as well. And in congratulating people, we should not forget that the Scranton the Scranton committee, that while it may have been a dream of many, while it may have been the dream of many, then we want to remember that while credit is going around, I think the main credit should go to the Scranton community. Folks, we're going to take a commercial break. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Take some advice from your Aunt Angie. Don't lie on your resume. Because if you say you've got trapeze experience, someone might shoot you out of a cannon and expect you to do a gymnast routine while flying through the air at 82 miles an hour. And just because you want to land on your feet doesn't mean you will. But if you're smart, you'll have CG medical insurance, so you get the best coverage for the price.
Get the best coverage for the price. CG Brit-K. Good like that. All benefits are subject to policy provisions, including eligibility at the time of service.
There you go, sir. Thanks for choosing JN Money Transfer.
Boy, thanks to JN Money Transfer, I can stay right here in Cayman and pay mama bills back home in Jamaica. Her water, light, phone, and other bills never late. Every month I pay everything in one place.
Make payments to over 30 companies in Jamaica through JN Money Transfer. Fast, affordable, convenient. Call 1-800-744-1163 for details.
This is For the Record.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We do have a caller on WhatsApp. Good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, OC. How was your weekend and how are you today?
Good morning. My weekend was fine, especially on Saturday. I really, really enjoyed myself. Extremely, extremely proud. I'm always proud to be a Caymanian, but I was even prouder to be a Georgetowner and from the Shedden Road area on Saturday.
Well, I couldn't attend, of course, and you know why that is, but I saw the pictures. They were lovely. I saw some of the reporting. I mean, a lot of people there, Mr. Mokeva Bush, the ministers, prominent people in the community. I mean, the pictures were beautiful. It was really, really nice. Now, this morning, you've just triggered me a little bit when you said, well, do you want to call in? Does anybody want to call in about about some legal history? Okay. So I had to call. Now, also, I've spoken to you before a little bit about the need to improve the way in which our judges are disciplined. I don't want to repeat too much of what I said there, but I just want to advance that discussion a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, OC, until 2019 in the Cayman Islands, when you applied for judicial review, judicial review, you know the way it's applied for. You don't just sue straight away. You apply for leave, which is application for permission. In other words, a judge has to have a look at it and say, is this arguable? Is it so frivolous, so totally useless? We shouldn't even put it in the system. Now, that is always I shouldn't say not put it in the system. You must always put it in the system, but should it go beyond that further? And that rule is the way it is done all over the Commonwealth. I don't know why it is like that, but that's the way it has been. But in Cayman, since 2019, there was a decision made by Mr. Justice Kawali where he said, oh, no. You see, if you are applying for leave, your document is not public. It's not public, it's private. And once it is decided that you are not to be given leave, then it will never be public. And that's what they've been following OC since then. I queried this with the Chief Justice, and she wrote me back a letter in 2024. And what she said to me was, well, look, the practice that we are following is that if you apply for leave, that application is not really a determination about your rights. And until leave is granted, no public record need even to be made of the filing of the application. I'm reading from the letter of the Chief Justice, which I have before me right now. It says, quote, no public record need even be made of the filing of the application, unquote. So in other words, once they dismiss it, they say they can't give you leave. That's the end of it. They don't even have to keep a record of the application. That OC is directly against Section 7 of the Constitution. The open justice principle is against Article 6 of the European Convention of Human Rights, and it is totally wrong. And they continue doing that. And actually, that's why today, I just got information from the Privy Council in the UK that they will allow me to file an application for permission to appeal my decision. Okay. And one of the things that I'm challenging is that particular one. Mm-hmm. The other thing that I should really emphasize is this. I try to avoid talking too much about my case, which was appealed. But you see, at the end of the day, OC, unless we talk about these things as they're happening, people will not understand. Some of the things I will be appealing in that case are a deliberate desire by the Court of Appeal to ignore clear rules of law. When a record, for example, is deleted after you have filed an action, or if it is deleted, the rule of law is that that deletion must be construed against the people who deleted it. So in other words, in my case, since these people were found guilty by the ombudsman to have deleted the record, which was going to further prove what I was trying to establish, the court should have made a ruling straight away. Okay, you deleted it. You knew why you deleted it. We are going to construe that against you. Therefore, what the other person is saying is right. That's what the law is, OC. And yet they said, well, no, it doesn't matter. This is the Court of Appeal, okay? Last point. Two last points.
Yeah, very quickly. Mm-hmm.
Okay, very quickly. Recently, for example, OC, they prosecuted somebody, okay? They prosecuted somebody for trying to get a settlement out of court, okay? And the judge said, okay, I'm dismissing the case, but the DPP did nothing wrong. I think all these things need to be looked at. I think the answer to this is a political problem. When a judge, for example, says that person was wrong, the decision was made by the wrong authority. The court should obey the rules. Mm-hmm. The solution, OC, is political. It is not legal anymore. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller, for that. Do we have any other caller on hold, Ms. Susan? Okay, I want to go back. One of our listeners wrote and said, good morning, hope and all is well. You need to mention that a lot of people think that the area, which was Scranton area, is bad or was bad. But please make people know that good people lived and live there, and we all grew up in that area. They point out that Dale spoke about it on Saturday. I think Miss Lucille also mentioned it on Saturday as well. Just mention and speak about it. Well, I have always I have referred to the Scranton area, the Shedden Road area, as New York's Harlem, Cayman's Harlem, similar to New York. Rich in history. You hear Dr. Steve Macfield talk about the sophisticated black folks, in that area. The Seymours, many of them were musically inclined and everything else. You had, Mr. Everard, Mr. Everard's mother. Mr. Everard was one of the first taxi drivers in the Cayman Islands. Everard Miles was his name as well, but I shouldn't be talking about this. I want you all to call in and tell me, about what you know about the Scranton area. Why should I be doing it? I mean, I don't mind, but we want to hear from you. We do have a caller. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record and What's Up.
OC, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm fine. How are you?
I didn't see you Saturday, but...
I was there. It was so many people, it was difficult to find everybody. I was sitting right next to your cousin, Mr. Dinah.
Yeah, me and my son, we were there from 12:30.
Oh, you got there before other persons who, I'm going to give out her secret. Mr. Dinah was there from 1:30. She was there from 1:30.
Yeah, I was there from 12:30, and I was inside the air conditioned part and enjoying it and looking. But me and Lamy was together reminiscing in the back there because, that's where we started out from, down in the back there. And it was like you say, so many people, we couldn't see everybody. And I was surprised because I didn't see any visitors at all. I'm not that mobile anymore, but it was, I guess I would say about 300 and odd people. More than that could be. But
yeah, much more.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place, and I enjoyed it very much. I sang a song there with Lamy, but the part with that, I'm not talking about me this morning. I grew up in the area, as you know, like yourself, but I enjoyed watching Miss Lucille and Miss Christine. Let me tell you, that brought back the real Cayman Island. That brought back the real Georgetown. Those two ladies brought back, oh man, let me tell you, Miss Christine, I know she enjoyed herself. I had to call her, and because it's been so long, I haven't saw her. And let me tell you, those two sisters, they could dance. You understand?
Yes.
And they enjoyed it. It was a wonderful evening, and I just hope that it continues to be well kept. And my condolences goes out to Mr. Stewart family as well, because we know Leslie and Denley and all of those, So I just want to say that this morning, but it was very, very nice, and congratulations to Mr. Brian, Mr. J, and those that were part of the getting this together, It really, because a lot of people also don't, we Sheehan Road started out from, Sheehan Road come a long way.
Oh, yes.
I got, it's in a paper, some newspaper I had, where when they were doing the road going to the airport, they had to ask grandfather permission to go cross right through your place where you all grew up in, through Granny Place, So Chain Road got a lot of history.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of history, but it was a beautiful day, and congratulations to everybody who was involved.
Thank you very much, caller, for that. Folks, we're going to take a commercial break. Please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
My mom's a superhero. She always knows what to do when I feel icky. Yesterday, we went to West Bay Pharmacy, and they had everything she needed. Medicine, my favorite band-aids with dinosaurs, and even flavored vitamins. Mom says they keep our family healthy. I think they're magic. Don't tell anyone. I think superhero shop at West Bay Pharmacy. West Bay Pharmacy, where the superhero shop. West Bay Pharmacy and Centennial Towers. Convenient quality care is just around the corner.
Cineco's parametric insurance after hurricanes is now available for motor policies. Fixed automatic payouts cover incidental vehicle expenses like fuel, cleanup, and minor repairs. No claims, no damage required. $200 for comprehensive policies or $100 for third-party policies. Available exclusively through Cineco and included with all new motor insurance policies and upon renewal for current policies. Visit Cineco.ky today. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
For 50 years, Radio Cayman has been the heartbeat of our islands, informing, connecting, and giving Cayman a voice. From breaking news to community stories, the journey continues. Radio Cayman, 50 years of excellence and still going strong.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We have about 14 minutes left, and then we should have guests in the studio. Main topic this morning is the opening of the Scranton Park in Georgetown. And I'm going to go and look and see what the Cayman Compass had to say about everything. And they had the photographs in there. There's one photograph looking at the portion of the park, looking across the pond. There's another photograph here with Miss Brianna Hurlston and her sons Jaden, 5, and Josiah, 8. Article written by Sarah Bridge and the photographs by her. And I'm going to share some of what she has printed in terms of her story. Central Scranton Park official opens in Georgetown. Grand Cayman's News Park official opened on Saturday with community leaders and members of the public joining politicians from all parties to celebrate. The government hopes Central Scranton Park, which cost an estimated $10 million, will continue the transformation of an area once blighted by crime. I'm going to take issues with that. There was crime in the area. There was a lot, but it was restricted. So you can't just talk about the whole Scranton area, because the whole Scranton area was not blighted by crime. So, like I said, I take issue with that. But now houses a turtle-filled lake and pond, and I think we need to say Hecate rather than turtle, even though we can make a distinction between green turtles and others. But the Hecate, I got to Google that to make sure that we pronounce how it's spelled as well. Native trees, green spaces, and talk about native trees. Hope we can get a tamarind tree if one isn't there. A senior center, a youth club, a multi-purpose sport court, an outdoor gym, and a large-scale shell sculpture by Native Sons artist Al Ebanks, and there's a photograph of that as well. Located between Shedden Road and Elgin Avenues, behind the government administration building, the government hopes the local community and nearby office workers will frequent the park. Hundreds of people gathered together for the official opening event, which saw speeches by Deputy Opposition Leader and Georgetown Central MP Kenneth Bryan, who was a key driving force in the park's creation, as well as Planning Minister J. Ebanks and other notable members of the public, including Lucille Seymour and Frank McFeel. Should put a handle to people's name, Dr. Frank McFeel. Put a handle to it. Come on. Have respect. Compass, who Both have buildings in the park named after them. Addressing the crowd in a large marquee erected for the occasion, Brian listed the park's amenities, saying, and I quote, taken individually, each feature serves a purpose, but together they create something much greater. They create a place where memories will be made, where families and seniors will congregate, young athletes will develop their talents. They create a place where civil servants from the government administration building can come for lunchtime or sit quietly after a day, and where future generations will one day bring their children and their grandchildren. Brian also challenged acting Premier Gary Ruddy to a pickleball contest to fund future events for seniors, a challenge Ruddy instantly accepted and paid tribute to the hard work that had been gone into the park's creation, including from Central Scranton Community Committee and supporters such as the recently passed Rose Marie Miles, whose picture was on one of the front row chairs in her memory. MPs past and present watched as the largest flag in the Cayman Islands, measuring 15 feet by 10 feet, was hoisted up a flagpole by the Martin Drive entrance to the park before the red ribbon was jointly cut by Brian Ebanks and Ruddy. I'm going to pause there for a second and talk about, Martin Drive and Mr. Arthur Martin and his family. You wanted to see a real style Caymanian house? If Mr. Arthur Martin's house. Like I said, we had, sophisticated people living in the Scranton area. Royalty. One of the largest cultural areas in Cayman. You had other areas like, Marindale and McCoy's Villa and places, like that. But there was nothing like the Scranton area. You had North Church Street, where we used to call Northward, but you had the Scranton area, and when you took that and you combine that with just across the road to the Mary Street area, the largest cultural area in the Cayman Islands. When the men came home from fishing in the North Sound, blowing the conch shell, you knew that they were in, fish was there, and your parents sent you, to buy fish and things, of that nature, right there in that area as well. So I just wanted to diverge a little bit from the Compass article to point that out. Speaking after the official ribbon cutting ceremony, Brian said the event was one of the best days of his elected life, and, I quote, exactly what I dreamed it to be. People from our community, people from across the Cayman Islands, new Caymanians and old Caymanians, young Caymanians. It's going exactly what I hoped it would. It's exactly what I hope it would. Particularly seeing the seniors and the kids, and I hope this energy fills this park every single day. Brian said he hoped the park would change people's perception of the local community by people getting to know each other, hanging out with them, and sharing some of the good stories, and said that the project had grown over the years until today's launch. Then there's a photograph there of members of Parliament and others. Then it goes on to say it started out just with a community spirit, he said, with a landowner allowing some people from the area permission to use their property for positive stuff. And then eventually, over time, people got money together and built a basketball court with a little hut. Under Dreams Fulfilled, it says the idea grew to protect the area. Brian said, when the land became available, the government bought some of the land, but never delivered the park itself. When I got elected, I promised the people I would fulfill that dream and that they wanted. And like I said, then there's a photograph of Miss Brianna Hurlston and her two sons, Jaden and Josiah. Let's scroll somewhere. I only have about 5 minutes left to go before we have our guests in the studio. One of the best parts of the park's opening, he said, was that it was supported across the political spectrum. And that was certainly, that support was demonstrated in the number of people, who showed up as well. Then he goes on to talk about politics being crazy. Politics sometimes is too divisive. And I'm so honored and so happy that this is a reflection of both sides, the past administration as well, that have all come together and show what Caymanians want from politicians. We can disagree about policy, but we can't disagree on what's best for the people. I am happy. Family history. J.E. Banks said that he learned more about his own family's history during the construction of the park, which his grandmother had advocated for 30 years ago, now seeing his vision being completed. And his quote is saying, I'm happy, and I'm happy for the people of Georgetown Central. There's so much to enjoy here. Do we have a caller on WhatsApp? We do have a caller on WhatsApp. We have about 3 minutes. Let's go to our caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning to you, Mr. O'Connor.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Okay, and you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. Well, it's good to hear about the new park in Georgetown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good the government bought that land and made a park out of it so that the people can have somewhere to go and just get a peace of mind sometimes,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I think now it's time now for the government to decide what they're going to do about that glass house. I think it's time now for them to knock that down, take that glass and recycle it, and put a trade school there. That's my personal opinion. I mean, parks are good, but a trade school is something that is also well needed in Georgetown. And where the glass house is would be the perfect spot for it. For we young people to get to from the buses or from the Georgetown area.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's a shame to know that over the last 25 years now, the government has given away hundreds of millions of dollars. And there's not one professional trade school in the Cayman Islands. Not one. And everybody you see, 75% of the workers you see in the Cayman Islands doing trades that come from Jamaica went to trade schools in Jamaica.
But we do have Inspire Cayman, even though that is more of a private initiative rather than government, but does collaborate with government. Inspire Cayman.
But it's not enough.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
It's not enough, because when the government signs a contract with concessions, part of the deal is that 60% of the workforce building the place should be Caymanians. But how can you provide 60% of the workforce being Caymanians if you don't have the trade schools in place to do that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then also, when it comes to the Georgetown dump, it's a crying shame that over 40 years, these politicians and these governments allowed this to happen, especially being that every morning or every night or every day, they're putting garbage in the garbage can. So it's not something that they could forget about. And they just continue to allow it to happen to get to the situation where it is now. They can't do anything about it, but to cover it up, like sweep the dirt under the carpet.
Caller, I want to thank you very much. Sorry, I have to interrupt you there, but we have to go to our headline news, and we do have guests waiting to come on the air as well. So thank you again for your comments, folks. Please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
On July 23rd, the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service celebrated the graduation of its latest group of recruits at the Hartwell Theatre, marking the successful completion of 23 weeks of intensive training. Senior officers, friends, and family attended as the recruits took part in a formal parade and inspection before receiving their certificates and special awards during the graduation ceremony. In international news, acting U.S. Attorney General Todd Blanche has formally withdrawn President Donald Trump's plan for a fund that could have been used to compensate people prosecuted over the U.S. Capitol riot by Trump supporters in 2021. The move clears the way for Blanche to be confirmed by U.S. senators to his job on a permanent basis. Trump's Republican Party previously lacked the votes for this to happen because a pair of senators were not sufficiently satisfied by verbal assurances from Blanche that the planned fund was dead. In a post on X late Sunday, Blanche said he had, quote, met with committee members and senators over the past several weeks and addressed any concerns or outstanding questions. And Ariana Grande is to take a, quote, much-deserved break from public appearances and will no longer star in an upcoming musical production in London when she ends her Eternal Sunshine tour next month. A representative for the 33-year-old U.S. singer told People magazine that she will be, quote, taking a step back from visibility when the tour ends, after her appearances led to, quote, endless ongoing public scrutiny. The company behind a revival of Stephen Sondheim's Sunday in the Park with George, due to play at the Barbican in 2017, confirmed she was no longer part of the production and had its, quote, complete understanding and support. Grande's physical appearance and health have been a topic of speculation in recent years. Those are your headlines. I'm Karsley Fuller.
More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Your Cayman Islands Health Services Authority has been the national healthcare provider of the Cayman Islands for many generations. We have elevated our level of care to ensure you, our patients, have the best possible experience. We offer better access to care close to home with the most locations on all 3 islands, delivering a full range of primary, secondary, tertiary, and emergency care. HSA is a JCI accredited organization, and we are committed to caring for you.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
For the record, with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. As promised, we do have guests in the studio with us this morning. We're going to be talking about the internship program. We have Mr. Ryan Raj Kumar Singh, who is the Deputy Chief Officer in the portfolio of the Civil Service, in the studio with us. And he has some of the interns, and I'm going to throw the mic right over to him. First, I'm going to say good morning, welcome to For the Record, and have you introduce the others that we have in the studio with us.
Oh, thank you very much, OC, and good morning to everyone from on Radio Cayman land. And it's a pleasure to be with you this morning. What I'll do this morning, I'll ask each one of the interns to introduce themselves and say which one of the departments that they actually work with.
Good morning. My name is McKaylee Foster. I'm currently
at the University of Manchester pursuing a degree in law, and I'm working with the Portfolio of Legal Affairs.
Okay.
Good morning. My name is Latoya Fraser. I just graduated from the University of Leicester. I graduated with a degree in law with criminology, and I am interning at the Portfolio of Legal Affairs.
Good morning. My name is Tumi McLean. My major is psychology. I go to the University of British Columbia, and I work with the Portfolio of the Civil Service.
Okay, so let's talk about the program itself. Let our listening and viewing audience understand exactly what the program is.
So thank you very much, UC. Program really is meshing both worlds, meshing that world of theory where the interns have been in school for 3, in some cases 4 years, and bringing that practicality to it. It's about us as a government, Cayman Islands government, creating opportunities for our young persons so that we could give them some practical experience. So by the time they are ready to return to the working world after school, they would have enough practical experience that they can land roles in various, whether it's within the private sector or within CIG government. This year has been a phenomenal year. Last year we had a groundbreaking 202 interns come through civil service. This year we are crossing 220, and that is possible because of partners with the private sector and government. So within government, as of last week, and we still have 1 more month to go, but as of last week, we have had 177 interns visit Cayman Islands government. We still have the month of August to go, so we believe we'll be hitting close to 200. And with our private sector partners, we are pushing over 230 interns overall.
Wow. Okay, so we want to hear from the participants, their views in terms of what made them decide to apply for the summer internship program.
I applied because I wanted to gain that practical experience that would complement what I was already learning in university.
Okay, and you again, law?
Yes,
is it?
sir.
Yes. And what are your plans once you have completed? Do you want to go into public service or you want to go into private sector?
That's the thing. Before this internship, I was so certain that maybe would have found myself in the private sector, possibly pursuing a career in corporate law. But since this internship, I think I'm a bit more undecided now in a positive way, because I've been able to learn more with the help of my department, the Portfolio of Legal Affairs. I've been able to learn more about what they do in their legal practice. So now I'm unsure whether I want to go into that field. So
hopefully we'll be able to encourage you to stay with government.
Yes. And
I applied because I want to work in government. That's what I'm nurturing my career for. So I thought that the earlier I get in or gain the experience, that I'll know that when I finish school what it is that I'm coming back to. So yeah, that's why I applied, because that's where I want to end up. What was the other question?
What made you piqued your interest in terms of applying for the program?
Oh yeah.
And what do you plan on doing after? Are you looking for a career in the public service or in private practice?
Definitely in the public service, which is why I thought, let me apply. Because when I came in last year, I got to work in because Portfolio Legal Affairs is there's different sectors or departments within it. So what you think that they do way more than that. There's so many different areas that you could come into. Last year I got the privilege of working under the Law Reform Commission as well as the Legislative Drafting Department, which is what I'm back to this year. When I initially came in, if I'm being completely honest, I was still interested in law and legal, because that's what I've always wanted to do, but I was also trying to see what I'd be interested in beyond that. But like the internship kind of like helped me or like grounded me to see that like these are things that I'd actually enjoy. So yeah.
Okay. And Ms. McLean?
Personally, I did the CIG internship last year, and I really enjoyed it because of the experience. I'm very fortunate and lucky to be able to do it again. But what piqued my interest last year and even this year is, again, like as my colleagues were mentioning, is the experience that you get, the fact that you work closely with others that are in the department or the section that you want to work with. I guess where I see myself in the future, I think it depends. I think there's different factors that depend on it. I can see myself working with government. I'm very proud of my country. I'm very lucky that I'm able to help my country and to work with individuals that help our citizens in our country. I think that's very important. So I guess like roughly I can see myself working in the private or public, just depending if I help the citizens of the Cayman Islands.
Okay, so Mr. Ryan, for someone hearing about the summer internship program for the first time, can you tell us some more about the program? We constantly heard, and probably not as much now, but constantly heard that we had so many students abroad, so many students graduating, many of them, the majority of them, the beneficiaries of government scholarships, yes. But at the same time, no pathway, no clear pathway for them into the workforce when they return.
Yes. So what we have done, we have teamed up with the Scholarship Secretariat, and all our interns are government scholars. So that's the first thing that we did. Then we reached out to the interns via social media, and we had a couple of meetings where we reached out to everyone and told them the program we were running, and they could apply online for a program. What we have done this year, we've teamed up with the private sector not only to place interns, but actually create workshops. So we have various workshops. We have workshops on resume writing, interviewing skills, your personal branding. So we have done a number of workshops throughout from May, June, July. In addition to that, what we have done, we have set up a sort of buddy system with the interns. So they actually have buddies in the workplace to guide them. So for example, somebody in law, they assign a supervisor who could actually guide you if you need sort of assistance. You're not sure what the next step is in terms of your career or what to do next. They could actually reach out to that individual and get that sort of one-on-one assistance.
Okay, let's talk about some of the realities of being an intern. Tell us about your typical day. We'll start with you, Ms. McLean.
Typically my day consists of, I guess, because I'm in the receptionist role, I tend to do, like, for example, I'll run errands around the office, I'll do scanning, I'll do shredding, stuff like that. But what I really enjoy is, again, like, I tend to be the first face you see when you come into the portfolio of the Civil Service office. So I do enjoy the fact that I get to talk to individuals, and there's so many people ranging from the working class to all the way to our leaders in government. So I really enjoy that. I guess that's my reality of the day.
Ms. Fraser?
There's so many, like, no 2 days are really the same. That sounds a bit cliche, but it is true. Like, 1 week I'll be shredding papers or like scanning papers, but on top of that, I'm also like doing legal research, like writing assignment papers, like just there's so many things that like we do in a day, which is nice as well.
Okay, Ms. Foster?
A typical day for me, like, it starts off with me just checking like emails of like tasks I might have been assigned to, and then from there I spend most of my time conducting like legal research, like she said, and then I draft like legal memos and stuff, and then throughout the day I'd also assist with like administrative tasks whenever it's needed. Yeah, pretty much.
Those of you, the two of you who are in the legal profession, do you have other friends that are in the legal profession but are in private sector as opposed to government? Do you have colleagues there?
I do.
Okay. And what do you hear from them? Do you hear things that may want to attract you? Because if we're realistic about it, when you look at salary and the prospects, in the private sector, you have an opportunity to eventually become a partner, either a salaried partner or a equity partner as well. Do you in any way feel tempted by the attractiveness of salaries and the potential?
I think that there's a difference between like what you hear and then the reality of it. As someone who has experience in the private sector, because I was once an intern in the private sector, I think no matter what my friend may tell me, based off of what I've experienced, I kind of know, okay, that's your own experience. So it's not necessarily like it'll like sway me and say, okay, maybe I should like go there, because I'm all about like the betterment of my future. So just because the salary of one organization is better than the other, the experience and the betterment of my future is also what plays a crucial part. So I don't think, not necessarily.
Okay, we have to take a commercial break, but we want to hear from Ms. McLean and Ms. Foster as well when we return. Folks, please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Hey, new drivers, don't just drive smart. Cineco and Inspire Cayman's Safe Driver program will show you how. Get real-life simulator training and classroom sessions to help you gain experience, stay alert, and avoid accidents. Learn to recognize risk, manage fatigue, and make smart choices behind the wheel. Certified participants may even pay less for Cineco motor insurance. Learn more and register at cineco.ky. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
Housing in the Cayman Islands affects families, renters, first-time buyers, seniors, and vulnerable residents. The Cayman Islands Public and Affordable Housing Policy and 10-year strategic plan provide a coordinated framework to improve housing access, increase supply, and guide phased implementation over time. Public presentations are being developed and will provide opportunities for the community to learn more about the policy and plan. Learn more and get the facts at gov.ky/housing plan. A message from the Ministry of Planning, Lands, Agriculture, Housing, and Infrastructure.
For the record, with Orrett Connor.
Right. Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. For those of you who are just joining us, we're talking about the government's summer internship program. That conversation is taking place with the Deputy Chief Officer in the portfolio of the Civil Service, Mr. Raj Kumar Singh. Also in the studio, we have Intern with the portfolio of Legal Affairs, Ms. Michaeli Foster. Another intern with the portfolio of the Civil Service, Ms. Latoya Frazier, and an intern with the portfolio of the Civil Service, Ms. Tamia McLean. So we're talking about having colleagues, friends working in the private sector as opposed to government. And we got a great answer, from Ms. Foster. So let's hear from Ms. Fraser now.
Like the only thing they have like up on me is probably the salary. That's it. But other than that, working or like interning where I am, like that's fulfilling me. Like if I can say that I can do something for a long period of time, and like come into work every day, I need to make sure that like it's something that I enjoy. and I can see myself doing this for like a really long time. Like I already need to come down in traffic early in the morning. Like I don't need to come down crashing out there. Okay, I need to go get this. Like if I go and do that, I need to make sure that it's something that I really want to do. And this is something that I really want to do. Like this fulfills what I'm doing. Like they out there helping, like, you know, Sam and Michael, and that's good. But where I helping, I doing research to make the legislation that you need to help, you know, Michael and Sam. So I good where I is.
And we have seen people, you know, transition from government to the private sector, and at the same time, persons from the private sector transitioning over to government, as well. But we haven't heard from Ms. McLean yet.
To follow up with your point, it is true that, again, we'll see more like private sectors coming into, like, I guess I've met people that are currently in government and they're from private sectors, and they'll tell me that government really cares about their employees. So, for example, let's say you have sick days, right? And you could be working in private, and once your sick days are out, you're out. But if there's an emergency or there's something that you really important, government will be more sympathetic and understanding, which I do see that private sectors don't really do at the time. This is not to say like this happens with all private sectors, by the way. I'm just saying with what we see with the majority. As Mr. Ryan was saying during our break, there's a lot of fulfillment within government that I think a lot of, I guess, employees could relate to.
And all three of you now have had the experience of working with persons who are already established in their careers. How has working along with them caused you to think more about your future and what you want to do?
I think it has helped a lot because it's not to say that's where I'll end up, but it gives me a good view of the pathway of where I might end up. And I think I'm content with just seeing like the professionals who work around me and how they operate and collaborate. I think it is satisfying to see that I'm not going to say like unsatisfied, but I'm very pleased with where they are and with the idea to know that that's where I could end up.
Okay, that's right.
Like she said, but also it's like there's so many people working and doing the same things, but they all took different paths to get there. So it's really insightful to see like all the different areas or all the different things that they explored before they all ended up where they did. And it's good for interns too, because you get to like ask questions and, you know, explore all your options, because there's no like one track to like get to where you want to go. And it's also really nice to work with people that are committed to the work as much as they are committed to each other. It just makes like the work environment very like you get a lot of pleasure from it. So yeah.
Okay.
What I think is, because my major is psychology, what I think is nice about my major is that I'm able to go in multiple areas. So even when you go into, for example, our office, there's so many different sections of people where they work. For example, we have like a data team, we have human resources, stuff like that. So it's so interesting to talk to them to see exactly what they're doing and what I can learn from them. I think that's so fascinating and interesting. And again, as they were saying, there's so many pathways that these people have took to end up where they are, as well as you're just learning and you're being like, again, it's insightful to know. So thank you, by the way, guys, for telling me about that. So again, it's been really interesting to know about that. So I guess that's overall of my thoughts.
So are you psychoanalyzing them while you're observing?
I can't say.
And as far as the internship is concerned and the work, have you been in any way surprised by the quality or the quantity of work that you are being given based on what you've said? It doesn't seem as if it's just any menial office job, but it is something meaningful.
Yeah, I was surprised a little because I expected to spend most of my time like observing, but I've been given many opportunities to like collaborate and contribute with many projects, and I think that just helps your experience, because it's one thing to see it being done, and then it's one thing to just actively contribute to it. So it's nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. And also I think when like many like students or people go into internships, they sort of kind of expect to get what is like known as grunt work, so like just like scanning, filing, or just doing something just to do it. But with the internship that that we're in, especially me with the drafting department, like I get to work on and like contribute on like real life situations, like timeless situations, things that affect people and like what they can do like all the time. So it's good to be able to like contribute to that, as well as like have for them to think that you can do it, you know what I mean, like to give you the responsibility to contribute to things like that. So yeah.
Okay, Ms. McLean.
I mean, I don't think every day is the same. Like, for example, some days I might, like she was saying, doing grunt work, where I'll just sit replying to emails, or I do scanning and printing. But other days I am moving around, and you'll see me around the building doing different things for, I guess, for my colleagues, like collecting the mail or speaking with people from other sectors. I always think that's super interesting. So I guess like every day isn't the same and nothing's really stagnant. Every day is different. So I really appreciate that, I'm not always doing the same thing every single day.
Wait, can I just say,
Sure.
I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with doing grunt work, Like, you need getting where you can get in. So if you scanning and filing, that's also good, because somebody needs to do it, you know what I mean? Like, you still getting some experience. You still seeing what things that they have to do. So there's nothing wrong with grunt work, guys. Like, it's good. I'm just saying it's nice to be able to do other stuff.
Yes. Okay, what advice would you have for future interns, anyone who's contemplating participating in the internship program? We'll start with you on this one, Ms. McLean.
We had to answer this question for a short questionnaire, where what advice we would give to future interns. And again, like I stated, nothing is stagnant. You're always going to do different things. You should question your like coworkers. You should gain experience whenever you can. And I think it's okay if it's not the best enjoyable experience for you, because within a government, there's so many departments. There's so much areas that you can go to. And if you realize, I don't think this is for me, that's perfectly okay. I think there's endless opportunities within government, because there's so many things that you're able to do. But again, you should reach out, you should network within your peers, within your, I guess, the older, more experienced people in your department, because you'll never know. Maybe, again, like I had some coworkers who were like, well, if you ever need help in like school, you can always reach out. So I thought that was really sweet.
Yeah, yes.
And again, like I truly appreciate that. So yeah, going over.
Okay.
If you're thinking of applying, my advice would be to, if the application come out tomorrow, finish your resume tonight. Make sure you need to be by the time the portal open, all you need to do is submit. Get everything going, because there's really nothing like it. Like, you're not gonna get experience like this anywhere else. The other things I would say is be on time. If they're giving you something to do and you see that you can do more, add to that, extra things to do, because like most of the people that or work, like I'm not gonna say most because I don't know the statistic, but like some of the people that work in government, most of them started off as like interns or like assistants or whatever. Like, you can always like move your way up, and if they see that you're doing the work, trust that you can get recognized. So just commit to it, like be on time. Not came on time, not 15 minutes late. You need to be there, 5 minutes before. But yeah, just commit to it.
Okay.
I would definitely encourage the youth to go for it, because The point of an internship is to give you an opportunity to explore your options, to gain that professional experience, build on your confidence and things of that sort. And you never know, like they said, you never know where it's going to lead. The other day we had we went on a little tour, and I remember one of them were saying that one of the workers in a pretty good position started out as an intern. You don't know where you're going to end up just by that simple experience that you probably didn't even think to or want to apply to before. It's, yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. And in those days, they used to call it work experience.
Yeah.
But now it is, I am a CIG intern. Mr. Raj, can you tell us about that?
Sure. So as I said earlier, this year we have changed the entire program. We've restructured it. We've had a number of workshops. In addition to that, we are actually taking the interns out on various tours.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So we did a tour with the Department of Agriculture. It was amazing to see what they do down there. For me, it was eye-opening too, where some persons, as soon as you think of agriculture, you think about being out in the hot sun and doing stuff. Now, the guys have showed me that there's so much work in the science field now in that area too, where they're doing testing and so on down there. So there's a whole, it's one government, limitless possibilities in terms of career choices. We have hundreds of careers within the Cayman Islands government, and it's opportunity for persons to actually come and try your hands out to see what you're good at, because just recently, our 2 deputy governors started off as interns.
Yes.
Right? Miss Gloria started off Radio Cayman as an intern and is now deputy governor. Mr. Madison started off as an intern and made it deputy governor. So you don't know where you end up. It's actually, you may not know this, but it's actually a sort of an interview also that you'll be doing, because while you're doing this internship, people are looking at you. Potential employers are looking at you, the way you show up to work, the way you speak, the way you dress, the way you execute the task you're given. It's sort of like an interview, because at the end of the day, we are going to remember you, the way we dealt with, the way you showed up last year. And when opportunities come up, we will remember to reach out to you. So use this opportunity to actually put your best foot forward. Absorb as much as you can during an internship. Take whatever experience you can get during this time.
Okay. And when does this cohort end and the next one begin?
Well, this cohort, some would be leaving us at the end of July, some left us, and a new batch came in August. Some would have been rolled over into August, but we will be wrapping up the entire internship program by the end of September. So we've ran it from May to September, and we had various persons in and out throughout that time. We're hoping, as I said, for CIG, just CIG alone, we should be reaching close to about 190 within CIG. And when we add our private sector partners, we should be crossing about 230. We reached out to some private sector partners. Last year, we had one private sector partner reached out to us, and this is where the ball got rolling. And this year, we had 17 private sector partners came on board with us, and we were able to actually do a lot more in terms of getting more interns out there.
Okay. There is no doubt that this program certainly will be of has been and will continue to be of great assistance to those persons seeking to enter the workforce, and give them certainly more options as well. We do have a WhatsApp question here. Let me read it. Good morning, sir, and blessings. Your current program with interns is revealing. At hearing their varied views, I was just wondering if male interns were also invited. Their experience would have been interesting to learn as well.
It's half and half. It's 50-50. When we said we sent a little questionnaire out to get a couple of interns. These were the first to jump on board this group here, so we just went with these guys here. But yes, there are a lot of males too, so don't worry about that. You are covered.
And this other person, I haven't read it in advance, so I'll just read it. And says, "Good morning, Mr. Connor. There are many generational Caymanians that have been and on government scholarships that are out in the private sector are being mistreated and prejudiced due to them being Caymanians. They were very disappointed and discouraged when others are being placed in government from the private sector, and they have earned their degrees and not being utilized and being given a government scholarship in a specific area. I won't comment on that one. I have to study that a little bit more, and during the open mic, talk a little bit more, about that as well. But certainly, the opportunities are there. And talking about female, one of the things that we need to look at the data points and the figures, and I believe we have more female college graduates in the Cayman Islands than we do have male graduates as well. So that will have something to do, with the numbers. But young ladies, I want to commend you, for the career choices that you have made. No doubt the private sector will be extremely attractive, but I'm biased because I'm a former civil servant myself. And if you're looking for personal gratification in terms of your ability to help others without there being any financial motivation behind it, then the government is the place to be, other than some nonprofit organizations that you may want to go to. I know I'm keeping you longer than the 9:30 that you're always supposed to be here, but I want to give each of you an opportunity for some closing comments before we go as well, starting with you, Ms. McLean.
With the comment you're reading, I am a generational Caymanian. My family has been here for, generations. And again, I think it's very important that we're represented in these types of areas. I mean, there is, we have, stereotypes, for example, Caymanians are lazy, or Caymanians are just, they only care about money. But that isn't true, and I'm a clear representation of that. And just going forward, again, with, we want to hear from male, interns. They were really shy. So they did, because I was we have a male intern in my office, and he was really shy. He was like, I don't know about that. So I guess maybe push them more to speak out about their experiences. But I'm very happy and I'm very proud of these ladies that I'm able to speak with today. I'm very proud of their experiences and their accomplishments that they were able to do. And I guess my final closing comment is, again, do whatever that makes you happy. Wherever that goes forward, just able to do the thing that you want to do, that you need to do for yourself and for others. And I think that's very important.
Exactly. Okay.
My closing comment, I'm very grateful and thankful for the opportunity to intern with the government. Like I said, this is where I see myself long term, so it's really good to come and see exactly what it is that I'd be doing. I just think, and I'm also grateful for my department, especially the legislative drafting department. They really tight knitted. It's just some place, even if you, obviously I'm interested, but I just saying, if you weren't interested in law at all and you came into that department, you'd be interested all of a sudden. So shout out to Miss Nabila and everybody else in the department that she works with. Also, I'm grateful. And if the public service is something that you want to do, I just don't think you should be distracted or think, I don't know, because the paycheck not there. At the end of the day, like I said, you got clock in every day, so you might as well enjoy it. If that's something that you enjoy, then I think you should do it. On the other hand, if private sector is what you want, you should also go for that. We're not bashing the private sector or nothing like that. We're just saying that for us, this is fulfilling. But to each their own. So if the private sector for you, do what you have to do. If the public service for you, put in your application. You don't know. So yeah.
Okay.
I would definitely encourage the youth to take up opportunities like this, because you still have time to shape your future. And then something specifically I want to touch on is someone who's only had experience in the private sector. This is my first time working in a government internship. I would definitely encourage you to, at least one time in your career, to try and apply for an opportunity like this, because the world, like the job environment does not revolve around the private sector. The government has so much to offer, and it is such a eye-opener to many experiences and opportunities. That is the main takeaway for this, for the youth. Also, a special thank you for having us on your show.
My pleasure. I wish it could have been longer.
And thank you for accompanying us today to just share our views and our experiences. Hopefully we were able to touch or encourage any of the youth to try to go through and apply for these opportunities, because they're so rewarding.
Yes.
So rewarding.
Mr. Ryan, final.
Yes. So I just want to thank everybody for coming out, and I want to thank your listening audience. And for those of you interested, keep looking out on our website, on the government.gov.ky website, on careers.gov.ky. You would see more internship opportunities coming up next year when we start putting that out. We normally put it out around February, March of every year. We'll be even increasing the program further and doing a lot more for the program. So keep an eye out for that. Just what makes me want to show up here every day is to actually make lives better. Yes. And that's what we're about. And my little part I'm doing here, if I could help these young people contribute towards that, then I believe I have done my part.
Excellent. And thanks for all that you and the portfolio of the civil service, all that you do, as well for our young Caymanians, as well as the entire establishment. Folks, I've gone way over the time. I may not have a job after this, but we're going to go to a commercial break now. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
Cineco's parametric insurance after hurricanes is now available for motor policies. Fixed automatic payouts cover incidental vehicle expenses like fuel, cleanup, and minor repairs. No claims, no damage required. $200 for comprehensive policies or $100 for third-party policies. Available exclusively through Cineco and included with all new motor insurance policies and upon renewal for current policies. Visit cineco.ky today. Cineco. Keeping Cayman covered.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Aye, Bobo TD Cousin, everybody. I hear Cayman Airways celebrating their 58th anniversary by giving us the gifts. They got airfares on sale now for flights to every place they fly to next month through December. Look here, I gonna book my flights now to go Galawatin next month with Cayman Airways. I'll see you on a directly.
Catch your seat on sale by August 8th. Other conditions apply. Call 949-2311 or visit CaymanAirways.com. Your award-winning, uniquely Caymanian airline.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We still have to go to one more commercial break, Miss Susan, or? Yeah. Oh, okay, so we'll take it at about 10 minutes too. A few comments here. Someone has sent this. Caymanians are lazy. This label against Caymanians is not new. This playbook has been used against all colonized peoples. Unfortunately, some of the same peoples of former colonies used it to blacklist other territories, as well. Yep, we keep hearing that, and, we need to debunk that thought process and that saying about Caymanians being lazy, and I wouldn't advocate that if someone were to say to your face that you punch them, but at the same time you want to set the record straight and have your talking points available, and believe you me, if Caymanians were lazy, then some others wouldn't be where they are today, because the foundation was laid by those Caymanians who contributed, gave their blood, sweat, and tears to develop the Cayman Islands when no one else had an interest in doing so as well. Another comment, this is in relation to talking about trade schools, and person says, why not renovate and do a trade school? Why tear it down? Talking about the government administration building. I think we heard they say it's a shame. We believe tearing down everything. Yes, sometimes you can't save something. And we have heard various reports and stories about the government administration building. Some have said that it's cheaper to tear it down and rebuild than to try to repurpose it as well. There are those who argue that in this day and age, if the old glass house was built now, that it would not be able to get a certificate of occupancy under current conditions as well. We do have a caller. We have about 5 minutes before we have to go quickly to our next commercial break. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. Getting some feedback in the background. If you're on the speakerphone, you may want to come off it because we're getting some noise in the background.
Okay. Can you hear me?
That's a little bit better. Go right ahead. We'll work with that.
Yes, I wouldn't say Caymanians are lazy, because where I work as a nurse, I look after a lot of old Caymanian ladies, and they used to work in restaurants and in hotel and all those things, and they buy up a lot of things and leave for their children. And I know about 3 Caymanian women, and they have nice house and everything. And I just want to say, when I came here, the things that I done, clean family house, which I thank for, because I could get a little money before I got my job. I would have never done that back home. So you got to look and see what Caymanians in their own country, how they would feel so low down to go and do. So I wouldn't say that in a lot of places you find people that really don't want to work, but majority of Caymanian, I believe they work and look after themselves. So I wouldn't be putting down this Caymanian country, because it wasn't for this Caymanian country, many of us wouldn't be alive today. You hear what I say? Okay.
Thank you very much, caller, for that. And I would have read this several times before, but the only reason that that it's on my screen today is because we're so close. I try to share the Tradewinds, old Tradewinds newspaper articles with you based on the date of publication and the date that I'm broadcasting For the Record. So on the 4th of August, 1966, I believe it is. Let me find the correct date here. They reported hotel trainees graduate. So we've come along a long way, where we now have a government internship program, and with more private sector participation, that will extend. Hopefully, it will extend even farther out. But at that time, graduates, hotel trainees graduate, right? Graduation ceremonies for the first class of hotel training school in dining room service, sponsored by the Cayman Islands Hotel Association in cooperation with the Evening Institute. And let me first say that the Evening Institute was something that was started by another person who should be a national hero, Cayman national hero, Timothy Emmanuel Macfield. That was started by him, the Evening Institute. They were held at the Galleon Beach Hotel on Monday, the 1st of August. Certificates were presented to the following by Mr. John Hatch, who was then the president of the Hotel Association. And some of these persons may have passed on, and, we say bless their, honor their blessed memories as well. So we have Miss Clorette Anglin, Ellis Anglin, Gwendolyn Anglin, Joanne Eleanor Borden, SMA Bush, Donna Powery, Eileen Connor, must have declare an interest there. That's my sister. Anna Douglas, Andy Naomi Ebanks, Cicely Ebanks, Celia Ebanks, Madonna Ebanks, Hermione Hurlston, John Hodgson, Clarice McFarlane, Margaret Nixon, Ella Powery, Francis Samuels, Phyllis May Scott, former, now Miss Phyllis May Moxham, dearly departed, Miss Christine Smith, now dearly departed as well, and Hyacinth Stewart. These graduates will be given preference by members of the Hotel Association when hiring staff. The Hotel Association wished to express their thanks and appreciation to Ruda Seltzer, who ably instructed the class. He received several nice gifts from his students. Thanks also extended to Mr. T.E. Macfield, who made classrooms available at the secondary modern school. And they told everybody to watch out because more information would be coming in relation to that. And that was the 4th of August, 1966. Folks, we're going to take our last commercial break. When we return, probably have less than 10 minutes to go in the show, but the phone lines will remain open. Please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
My mom's a superhero. She always knows what to do when I feel icky. Yesterday, we went to West Bay Pharmacy, and they had everything she needed. Medicine, my favorite Band-Aids with dinosaurs, and even flavored vitamins. Mom says they keep our family healthy. I think they're magic. But don't tell anyone. I think superhero shop at West Bay Pharmacy. West Bay Pharmacy, where the superheroes shop. West Bay Pharmacy and Centennial Towers. Convenient quality care is just around the corner.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
She hear clunk and her car stop. I was just about to send her some money, so I send it straight to her JN Money Transfer card. It cost me less, and perhaps she use the card pay the garage right away. She'll get discount through the JN Rewards program in Jamaica. This card make things easy. You can even get funds at any multi-link ATM.
JN Money Transfer Card. Fast, affordable, convenient. Tell your loved ones in Jamaica about it. Sign up is free.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We have about 6 minutes left to go in the show. If you want to call in, the phone lines are still open. Toll-free number 1-800-534-8255. Other numbers 949-8037, 949-6990. WhatsApp number 925-3261. If you want to call in, please do so very quickly. Otherwise, we won't have sufficient time. But let's go back over to talk about IAMXCIG, that is Cayman Islands Government Intern, and some of the key points in relation to that program. You heard Mr. Raj Kumar Singh talk about the fact that there are more than 180 young Caymanian scholarship recipients that are participating in the 2026 summer internship program, which is a record in terms of the level of participation. Placements, they run from the 1st of May to the 30th of September across the civil service, with some interns also placed with participating private sector organizations. And of course, they're seeking to extend that private sector participation even further as well. Program gives young Caymanians hands-on workplace experience, opportunities to explore potential careers, and a chance to develop skills that will support their professional development. This year, the I Am a CIG Intern campaign is showcasing the interns themselves, the work they are doing, what they are learning, and the range of opportunities available through the program. I just want to say that, while things are published in whatever print media that we still have, while they are on social media platforms, while they're on government websites, there are still people who say, and no reason to doubt them, who say that they don't know about these programs. They haven't heard of these programs. When you hear about something, let your neighbor know about it. Let your friends know about it, especially, if they have, members within their family who may have an interest in those areas as well. Folks, there are lots and lots of opportunities out there. You just have to probe them, and at the same time, we have to do a better job of ensuring that people are aware of those opportunities that are out there. You know what? Everybody else is taking advantage of it when they can, when it is open to everyone. They're out there taking advantage, of it as well, including those persons who have become new Caymanians as well. They are taking advantage of it. We're talking about new Caymanians. Oh, I found out this morning, but I think I went to something else. I'm not sure what year that was, but it looks like it may have been sometime in the 70s. This was from the Compass archives as well, where it talked about the quota for Caymanian status had been increased to 40 that year. I have to find that. Again, folks, I want to say kudos to the Compass, in terms of the archives that they have created. We know that as far as government's archives are concerned, if you want, you have to attend personally at the archives. And maybe we should look, and there may be reasons why we have to do that, but maybe we should look to making more of these things available online. Government archives, the archives of our Legislative Assembly, going back, the Hansards in our Legislative Assembly, it is or was particularly tedious and time-consuming. Unless you knew the date when a debate or something took place, it was very difficult to find that. We need to make things more accessible for those persons, who have an interest in that. And again, kudos to the Compass Archives for the excellent job that they are doing, and I will continue to refer to them more and more whenever the need arises. But government, if you're listening, let's get some of those things updated as far as access to information, old information that we need to know about as well. Folks, again, want to thank all of you who participated this morning. Want to thank the CIG interns and Mr. Raj Kumarzang. Oh, sorry, I muddled that up. Anyway, for being in the studio with us talking about the internship program as well. I believe that Mr. Charles Glidden Shallow returns today, so I welcome you to join him at 12:15 for talk today. Just checking to see whether or not there are any last-minute WhatsApp messages before we go off air. And again, I welcome you to join me, God's willing, on Wednesday morning, where we should have members of the opposition in the studio with us. So folks, have a great day. And as usual, we ask the good Lord to continue to bless these three beautiful, wonderful Cayman Islands.
For the Record, proudly brought to you by
Brand Source Home Gallery, inspiring luxury. Doctors Hospital, peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066. Kirk Market, experience a world of choice. JN Money, from abroad to Yad. And Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
Yesterday,
Today,
always and forever.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.